What if you had a genie in a bottle right now who offered you absolutely anything you wanted in the world? Really, imagine that. What would you ask for? Keep that in mind because you don't realize it yet, but the page you're on right now is the bottle, and me and my system are the genie. And I'm going to give it to you 100% free. And you're going to get all this without selling your soul and while being proud of what you do. I'll be blunt. You should seriously consider watching this video until the very end, and I mean the very end, and here's why. At the end of this video, I go a little nuts. I start giving out cash gifts to everyone who watched until the end. This cash gift will go directly into the bank account of your choice, and it will be somewhere between $100 and $1,000. So, if you've never made money online, that'll change at the end of this video because I'm going to hand it to you. It's guaranteed. All you have to do is watch, be entertained, and tell us where to send the wire. Why would I pay you to watch this video? Am I crazy? Am I just so rich I love to throw my money around and show off? Well, you could legitimately say I'm rich, but I certainly don't throw it around. In fact, I didn't buy this or this until I could pay for them in cash. Come on, let's go inside. Something smells good. Hey, honey.
Hey, honey, how was the game?
Well, Caleb nearly took my head off with a line drive, but other than that, it was really good.
I feel so sorry for you.
This looks so delicious. Everything she makes is delicious. You look delicious.
You're just saying that for the camera.
Why would I do that? Guys, I'm going to enjoy this, take a break, and I'll see you in the other room in a minute. Okay, wow, what a meal. And I mean, the appetizers were delicious. And nothing like a glass of Chardonnay to wash it all down. So why am I giving all this money away, right? Well, I'm going to answer that. But for now, just know this. A, the money will be wired to the bank account of your choice. And B, there's a good reason why I'm doing it. And all I ask in exchange right now is your attention. Tell me how this idea strikes you. You, 31 days from now, making an income of over $100,000 per month, doing absolutely nothing but pushing a button. We're talking completely passive income. You don't even have to get out of bed all day long if you don't want to. Push a button just like the one you'd push on your microwave, that's it. I know, you've heard claims like that before, and you've been burned enough times. Now you're jaded and a little angry. Well, guess what? It's good to be angry. I'm angry too. You see, these guys online selling you this crap don't actually know the first thing about making real money online. The only skill they've mastered is how to reach into your pockets and scam you out of your hard-earned money by selling you bogus software that has about as much programming intelligence as this glass of wine. And then, of course, they slap you silly with false claims about what it can do, claims so ridiculously off base, it's amazing they aren't behind bars yet. But they will be. That, right there, is the real reason why you keep losing money online. Because these guys aren't programmers, they're scam artists, using a program to help them scam you. Now, on the other side of the spectrum are people like me, the good guys. I don't take any money from launching products, and I never will, because I don't need to. I work with the most well-respected programming insiders on the planet. We test everything a myriad of times before we ever release to the public. And before we make a claim about what it can do, we make sure it has done it and more 1,000 times in a row for regular people. And that's exactly what we've done with the push-button commission system. It has proven in exactly 1,393 tests to date that it can get its users over $100,000 per month in 31 days on average. If you qualify today, I will be taking you and 999 other new users on my back. I will be personally monitoring your progress every single day to ensure that absolutely every single one of you reaches the goal that I have promised you. If you even look like you're failing, we will take over your business temporarily and start making you money ourselves until you've reached that goal. All the way to $100,000 per month in just 31 days in completely passive income. And if you haven't done the math on that, I'll help you out. That will net you $1.2 million a year, making you a millionaire within the year. And this is all completely legal and completely guaranteed, as I'll explain. 100K per month means you'll be making more in a month than 90% of people make in a year, with only one major difference. You'll be doing it without the soul-sucking 9-to-5 ball and chain. You'll be doing, well, you'll be doing whatever the hell you want to be doing for the whole day. It's 100% yours to have your way with. You'll be on the golf course, you'll be chilling by the pool, you'll be on a ski slope or a surfboard, or like me, you'll be teeing up with a baseball along with your son on your very own baseball diamond. You're going to take your bucket list and cross things off one by one and spend the rest of your time seeking enlightenment, if that's what you want to do, or truly exploring your favorite hobbies and things that interest you, or building your relationship with the one who matters most to you in the world. It's all up to you. And to get into this program, you pay absolutely nothing. To get this for nothing, you just have to be the right person, here at the right time. Let's hope you are. Now, none of us have time for me to stand here and brag how my system has created 1,000 case studies, hundreds of millionaires. I actually keep their names inside the members area just so you know that we really have done that. Each of these verified users of push-button commissions made at least 100K in 31 days. But even with all that, even if I show you all of them, along with screenshots of their actual bank accounts, there is no way to prove to someone something they don't want to believe. The only way I can really prove it to you is to generate the income in your own bank account, and do it the very first minute you fire up the push-button commission software. Because it will happen in the very first minute, or as someone said earlier in the video, sometimes in the very few first seconds. I can't promise that, but it does happen. One of the reasons why this is so certain is because almost no one on the internet knows about the secret. And that secret is that there is an entirely new layer of the internet that has been springing up now over the past few years, but it will, over the next decade, completely replace the internet you know now. With my system, we are targeting this, what I call the new internet. Do you remember what CDs did to cassette tapes and LPs? Do you remember what DVDs did to VCRs? Remember what Netflix did to Blockbuster? The new internet will do the same thing to the internet we all know. The internet will not look the same as it does now in just 5 years. A new wave of technological advancement is going to overtake anything you think you know about the internet. The new internet is already here. It's just mostly underground. And it's filled to the brim with rabid, hungry buyers. And on the new internet, here's the best part. There are no ads. None at all. So when you post one, you are the only one, and for about a fraction of a penny, you can literally get tens of thousands of hits and hundreds of sales for months and months ahead. These people on the new internet are actually begging for the products we're going to sell them. So most buy them without even really thinking about it. But let me not mislead you. We don't deal with any products. We act as affiliates. We just promote a link and get paid a commission. No warehouses, payment processing, shopping carts, or shipping, or any of that. With what I'm about to give you, you can basically punch in the income you want and you get it. Because this is completely unlimited. This isn't some dream or fantasy either. This is my reality. And if you have half a brain and a little bit of luck, it'll soon be yours.
Dad, you ready yet?
Ready for what, Matt?
You said you were going to play catch with me when you finish your work.
You know what, Matt? Let's do this right now. Guys, I'll see you. Kids come first. Back in a bit. All right, let's go get my shirt off, grab my hat, grab my mitt, go at the back, play some catch. That's good fun. Matt's a great kid. And he's going to be a hell of a baseball player someday. So come on, let's go to the office. Okay, back to business. Listen, I know you're outright disgusted by the lies and scams that are flooding your email inbox. The only person they're interested in making money for is themselves. I may be new on the scene, but unlike these secretive underground marketers, I'm an open book. I've shown you my home and my family. You'll get my personal email address and my cell phone number inside the members area. You can ask me anything you like about myself and my life. In fact, I'm going to go ahead right now and tell you a few of the things you actually need to know about me so we can start to build this relationship. First off, even though I'm technically a marketer online now, I didn't start off in marketing, not at all. My dream as a kid was to bring the Chicago Cubs their first World Series victory. I used to practice day and night in the batting cages until my hands bled, and my mom was calling the cops to find out where I was. Well, it paid off. I had a lot of success in high school, and then again at Rutgers. I stuck with it, and eventually I did make it to professional baseball. Spent most of my time on the Norfolk Tides, which is a minor league baseball team in the AAA International League. They play at Harbor Park in Norfolk, Virginia, where I'm from. I rose the ranks from single A to AAA ball in just 2 years. Most guys take 8, but it seemed like I hit a wall there. I wasn't getting called up to the majors. I was playing great, but I wasn't getting even a sniff. Happens to a lot of guys. They just get stuck and never get the break to the big leagues. I'm a little embarrassed to share this publicly, but after a while, my wife Jenna started to lose patience with me and lose respect for me too. The words, "It's time to get a real job," were often heard from her side of the room. My marriage almost ended. I don't really blame her. Some of you may know minor league baseball players make even less than McDonald's workers, even less than minimum wage. But we stick with it because making it to the majors makes it all worth it. That's the idea anyway. But I wasn't making it to the majors. It had been 3 years. She said she'd give me 1 more year as an ultimatum to prove this was a career worth pursuing. I came to realize it wouldn't be enough anymore to just coast on the talent I developed earlier in my life. I had to really step it up. I had something to prove to Jenna, to the Major League Baseball scouts, and to myself. So I made a goal for myself. I knew that if I hit a .320 batting average, they would have no choice but to call me up. My batting average was around .291 at the time. I did strides and coils till 3 in the morning most nights, a lot like when I was a kid. I got back to my roots, and within 9 months, I was batting .334 and I had 26 home runs. And sure enough, the call finally came from the Baltimore Orioles. They wanted to use me as backup at second base. I was beside myself. That meant that I'd be adjacent to the spot occupied by one of my heroes. One of the greatest defensive players in the history of baseball, Cal Ripken. Unfortunately, that never happened. You probably guessed that this story was going to take a turn. I was still practicing with the farm team, waiting to get my transfer date. We were playing the Cardinals farm team, the Louisville Bats, in preseason. I drove a deep line drive into the wall between center and right field. I rounded second and got the signal to slide at third. I hit the ground, my spikes caught a hard spot in the dirt, and I ripped a tendon in my knee. I howled so loud, I think a bird dropped from the sky. My teammates helped me off the field. Next day we got the first piece of bad news. I needed surgery. The doctors said it didn't go as well as they had hoped it would. They said it would get better, I would be able to walk and lead a normal life, but my knee would never be able to withstand the kind of punishing impacts you encounter in a baseball game. Baseball was out of the question. The dream I had worked so hard to achieve was now never going to be a reality. And that's when money started to become a serious issue. I had taken on some loans against the salary we were supposed to get from the Orioles. I had no other real skills. Baseball was my only passion. And now we were shut out of it, and we had no idea where to turn. Which brings me to my wife's father, Ernest Miller. He was a military man, lost a leg in Vietnam, and he was in a wheelchair. Think Big Lebowski, extremely wealthy. From that wheelchair, he built a huge software company, which anyone from Virginia has definitely heard of, and he was a peculiar man. Growing up, he was harder on Jenna than any father should be. He just always pushed her to do more and more. He never gave her hugs or encouragement or showed any kind of love. When she would get a 90% on a test, his reaction would be to say, "Where's the other 10%?" Anyway, little did either of us know that his software company had been working exclusively on the monetization of the new internet for the past 5 years. Their new products were going to be rolled out soon to private equity firms, and their stock was expected to at least double in price that first day. The featured product was software that generated income from the new internet. But that launch didn't happen, because a few weeks before the launch, he had a massive stroke, and after a 2-week struggle for his life, he died in the hospital at age 72. Now here comes the shocker. In his will it said, all of my shares in the XYZ company, as well as the XQ12 software, now called Push Button Commissions, belong to my daughter Jenna, who I always loved but never knew how to show her. Jenna, I'm sorry. Hopefully in some small way this helps to heal the wound. Jenna and her husband Adam may share this software with those who they believe can be trusted. We became millionaires just like that, with the stroke of a pen. But the problem was, it would take months before we could actually get possession of the company's shares. And we still had creditors burning up our phone line. We were temporarily sort of caught between heaven and hell. Then we thought, okay, we can't get the shares, but what about this software he mentioned? We had access to that now. What was that all about? A representative of the estate delivered a USB stick that we were told contained the software. We popped the USB into our computer, and while I was expecting something complicated, it was shockingly simple. It simply asked, "Do you agree to the terms?" I clicked, "Yes." It said, "Can you put in your email?" Yes, I put in my email. Next it asked for financial information, and then, after a few more simple steps, on the screen in big letters in flashing green lights it said, "System unlocked." Then the screen scrambled, and there was now just one bright big red button in the center of the screen. And on top of it it says, "Push to engage." We felt like we just gotten the keys to the nuclear launch code. We took a breath, and Jenna presses it, and absolutely nothing happens. We just wait there, looking at a blank screen. I get up and leave to go use the bathroom when I hear my wife calling, "Adam, get in here. You gotta see this." I thought maybe something was wrong. I went on as fast as I could, and I get to the monitor, and I'm standing there looking at this. And it asks me if I want to download those funds to my bank account. Good Lord! I clicked yes! That money was more than I'd ever made in an entire day, let alone 5 minutes. This was unbelievable. The next time I checked the screen, I saw this. And then this. We couldn't believe what was happening. We basically sat by the computer the entire week, clicking refresh. By the end of the week, this is what we were looking at. And by the end of the month, I saw this. 3 months later, I had this just sitting in my account. Just sitting there. I didn't even know what to do with it. This was more money than I ever would have made with my contract with the Orioles, and I had done basically nothing but push a button. I had no clue even what was going on. Come on down to the theater. I want to show you a video. So I couldn't figure out what was going on. Was I selling something to somebody, somewhere? Was I trading stocks? It didn't really matter. All I cared about was that Jenna was smiling a lot more, and she was a lot more relaxed and a lot more into me. That was all I needed to know. Now, I thought long and hard about how I could actually get you to believe my story and believe that what this software can do is real. Because I know it just so out of the box that you could actually make money that fast and that easily. So I thought, if we take someone completely random who I've never met and doesn't know a thing about making money online, if I can make him thousands of dollars a day, you'll know for sure I can do it for you. Let me show you something. So I'm here at my tennis club where they make the most unbelievable smoothies. They got new people coming in here from all walks of life all the time. So I got this sort of kind of unique idea of how to put this to you. Just watch.
His serve is going to be hard. His serve is something that he cares about. He thinks his serve beats that extra 15 miles an hour.
I've got my man.
His serve, just the action of his serve is great.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I make millions of dollars online.
Really? Wow, that's arrogant of you. I'm Frank, and I make designs online.
Ah, aha. Sorry to be so forward. Just running a little experiment, and I had to grab your attention. So, you're a graphic designer. I can always use one of those. Do you have a card?
Sure I do.
Excellent.
There you go.
Fantastic. Now, Frank, may I ask you a personal question? Are you making enough money with that?
Well, gee, it's never enough. I mean, the money comes in, the money goes out, the money goes out a whole lot faster than it comes in. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is. But I'm more interested in knowing how you want it to be. See, for instance, I use this phone here. And in a few hours, I make about $6,000. And I don't really do anything at all but push a button.
All right. And I'm Cameron Diaz. Listen, buddy, I have a whole lot of clients that make money online. They work like dogs, and I end up making more money than they do most days. So, sorry, I just can't believe what you're saying at all. You've got the wrong guy.
Oh, I don't think I got so much the wrong guy. I think I just have a guy who hasn't experienced what I have.
Well, I'm not really sure what you mean by that, and I can't really spend any more time here with this, so no offense, but I think you should go check out someone who's a little bit more gullible.
more gullible. Gee, Frank, a little slightly insulted by that. But I hear you. You think I'm trying to pull one over on you. And that's understandable, because there's a lot of creeps out there. But before I go, if you're so confident that I'm lying, how about a bet?
A bet?
Yep, a good old-fashioned bet. You think I'm blowing smoke, and I think I can really help you. Let's take this idea for a spin. Here's the deal. I bet I can make you $100 right here, right now, with this phone before this hourglass runs out.
Are you serious? I mean, you're kidding, right?
No, I'm dead serious. Do you accept?
Except what? I mean, what do I get if I win?
Did you see that Audi R8 sitting outside?
You mean the silver one? Heck yeah, I saw it sitting out there. I thought Roger Federer was playing tennis here today. Wait, that's yours?
It is. And if you win this bet, I will sign it over to you. It'll be yours right here, right now.
Heck yeah, I'll take that bet. I have no idea what you're doing. I have no experience making money online. And you haven't shown me anything, so yeah, I'll take that Audi off your hands.
But wait, I didn't tell you what you lose if you lose that bet.
All right. Okay. What do you have in mind?
Well, what I have in mind is you lose this bet, you got to wash my car every week for the next 3 months. Tends to gather dust. Sound good?
You're on.
Done. Hourglass is running. Let's get to it.
Got it.
So you say you have no experience. Have you ever worked with an iPhone before?
Of course. That's an experience I have had.
All right. So all you got to do is accept these terms of service, plug in your bank information so they know where to dump the money.
Dump the money?
You'll see why I say that in just a minute. Get your bucket and sponge ready, buddy.
Right.
There you go. Plug in your bank information. And don't worry, it's as safe as your online banking. See that seal right there?
Yeah, I see it.
That's the same seal that major websites use like Amazon or Chase.com. It means we have the highest levels of security in the industry.
I'll put in my wife's information just to be on the safe side.
Okay, now. Okay, so what you're going to see right here is like a doomsday scene from a Hollywood movie. You're going to see a big red button, like a nuclear button. But don't be scared. Unlike the nuclear button, this button you really want to push.
Strange. But if I can get that car out there of yours, I'll do anything.
Okay, all right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right, what's next? Did I wipe out a small country?
No, Frank, you didn't do that.
Well, so where do we go from here?
Well, it's hard to say because you're done. That's it. Go ahead and finish your beer and we'll watch that hourglass run down. See, we had time to spare.
You seem really confident.
I am, because I've seen what this system can do. So, shall we check your account? Because my car's getting really dirty.
Yeah, let's just check the phone.
Now, he's going to check his bank account, and I have no way of knowing what he's going to see there. You're going to witness his bank account transform along with the both of us.
Transform? You're kidding, right? It's going to say the same thing it did 5 minutes ago. We didn't do anything.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure, well, it's going to look different. So go ahead and check your bank.
What the hell?
What do you see, Frank?
There's $12,347 in here. 38 cents. I mean, that's got to be a mistake. I'm calling my bank right now. I'm telling you, something's not right.
Yes, sir. We received a deposit from ClickSure.com for $12,347 about 2 minutes ago.
This is unbelievable.
The funds have cleared, and they are available for you to spend.
My head's spinning. I mean, this is so ridiculously easy. And I mean, is it all real? Can I do this again? Just for experimentation.
Frank, you can do this whenever you want, anytime you want, as many times as you want.
Hold that thought. I'm going to send a quick email real quick.
About what?
I got to go tell my clients where they can shove it.
But wait. Before you do that, remember.
Remember what?
Remember my car.
Oh, crap, your car. I guess I'm not getting it, am I?
No? But you'll be washing it for the next 3 months, Frank.
So I can keep doing this over and over.
Come on here. Look at that. Oh boy. Hey, don't be sure to get those wheel arches. Right there. That's the money spot, Frank. Good, nice even strokes. There you go.
Hey, all good, Adam, because after I'm done washing this baby, I'm going to wash my new car next.
It's nice when someone loses a bet and wins their own Porsche.
Hey, when's the next time we're doing a bet anyway?
Nice one. Well, listen, keep going. Good work. And I'll see you next week, right? Yeah.
Honey, isn't it wonderful how you help strangers out?
Yes, Jenna, yes it is. But don't worry about him. He's made enough money to buy that car, so he'll get over it real fast. When I first met him, he was just like 99% of those people online who had fallen victim to guru scams. Super skeptical and didn't want to hear another word. I had to make this bet to prove to him this system's power. It's helping people like Frank that makes me so grateful. Because I know that's one more person that will never fall victim to a scam product ever again.
I'm proud of you. And I love you. You know this is all part of God's plan for us.
Now that you've seen real-life proof with your own eyes, there's something else I need to tell you. It's the end of the story I started with, and guess what? You're a part of it. So about 6 months after giving me that software, we found people we knew we could trust. And one of the people is the one hearing my voice right now. Yes, we've done our research on you and determined that you are not only someone we can trust, but someone who really needs this kind of software. You've seen a glimpse of how this software has changed things for us and also changed other people's lives, and I have no obligation to share it. He said, we may share it. He didn't say we must share it. I could sit on it and just reap the profits, but I'm giving it to people like you. I have 2 reasons for doing this. One unselfish and one selfish. Here's the unselfish one. I really do like helping people. I have a lot of time on my hands thanks to the software. And I've been everywhere from Belize to Victoria Falls, skydiving, scuba diving, jet skiing, and everything in between with Jenna. And once you've done all that, even though having money is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, to be honest, it can leave you with an empty spot inside. And I came to realize that the only thing that fills that spot is helping other people out, giving them what someone gave me. And when the blessing flows like that, from one to another through giving, well, that's where real happiness lies, in making someone else happy. I've been where you are. I know what it feels like to have bills you can't pay. I know what it feels like to set up your 7th installment plan, afraid to check your mail, afraid to check your credit score. It's a life of fear. You want it to stop. You need it to stop. And I'm ready to help you. I mean, just think. What could an extra $100K per month do for that situation? Could it make you debt-free? Could it give you a well-deserved luxury vacation? Could it buy you a brand new car with all the options? Could it just buy you some peace of mind? Like I said, being able to make money at the push of a button is a blessing. But it's not only a blessing, it'll be the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. It certainly was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, because instead of relying on methods, which sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, this relies on a system, and it's one that never fails. That's why with the push button commission system, there's nothing for you to do except say, go! Then it instantly finds the money pockets and takes over from there. You hit one button, that's really it. And now, because I want to be totally upfront with you, I also want to tell you the selfish reason why I'm doing this. And the selfish reason is, according to my calculations, I believe that if I can make you a millionaire, I can make myself a billionaire. And that's just karma talk. If I can get this software in the hands of 1,000 people, I've run the numbers. And I came to realize that it would add 2 zeros to my income, which actually makes sense, because just as in baseball, playing as a team is the only way you ever win big. The money game is the same story. While you make your money from the front end commissions, I can generate mine on the back end of those sales. It's all automatic. You won't even know what's happening. You become a millionaire, I become a billionaire. I play hard. I've always played hard. As a kid, I wanted to do what no one has done, change baseball history with the Cubs, but I couldn't do it for the game of baseball. But I will change history in the game of making money, and I will change the game for you. Now, what about the price? You've got to be a little nervous about that, right? Or at least you should be. I've had private internet marketing firms offering me millions for what I'm about to offer you. So what should it really cost? I've seen software not half this good go for $10,000. Is there any good reason I shouldn't charge you the same amount? Any reason at all? Well, actually, there is one reason. I got injured. And that was actually a gift in disguise. Because I know now what it's like to not know how your next bill is going to be paid. I know what it's like to be desperately reaching out for something that could help. And for that reason, It's not $10,000. And it's not $1,000. And it's not even $100. It's free. 100% free. No strings attached. We simply ask for a tiny deposit, which is really a deposit that you get back immediately as soon as you ask for it back. That deposit is solely for security purposes. The fee prevents hacker bots from being able to get into our network and hijack the software. If you choose not to ask for your deposit back, we'll simply reinvest the money into your business so that you make even more of it. Now, on to the guarantee I spoke of earlier. You have my word. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times if I have to. You will make $100,000 per month starting 31 days from now. And I will also guarantee at least $300 today with push button commissions. How do you like that? That's how I'm going to fulfill on my promise to get you paid at the end of this video. Get inside, hit the button, and you will have it. $300 at least guaranteed. If both of those promises don't come true, get this. I will pay you $1,000 out of my own pocket for your trouble. No bones about it. A full grand. I have no plans to ever pay out of a penny for this. I never have in the past. Ever. Because this has been proven scientifically to work at a certain rate at a certain speed. And I don't promise more than I can deliver if it's not going to happen. In fact, I always make sure to over-deliver, which is why I know it will take you beyond $300 and even closer to $800 today. And let me remind you of an important point. 1,000 people will get into the program. And I'm not kidding. When I say that, only 1,000 people will get into the program. We're cutting this one off sharply. And we have way more than 1,000 people hitting this page right now, which means it's now or never for you. You'll either get in from this page now or you will never get in. I can assure you of that. One of baseball's greatest managers, Tommy Lasorda, used to say, there are 3 types of baseball players. Those who wonder what's going to happen, those who watch it happen, and those who make it happen. So right now, you need to decide, what kind of player do you want to be in this game of life? Do you want to be a spectator of the rich? Do you want to be a hater of the rich? Or do you want to do what the rich do? And that is automating wealth creation. That's what they do. And that's what push button commissions is all about. It's tried and true principles of wealth applied to a modern era and the future of the internet. So what is there to even hesitate about? It's time. Time to take back your life. Whatever you dreamed about doing when you were a child, actually do it. Do you really want to let those dreams die? Or spend the rest of your life just dreaming? Or do you want to live those dreams? Actually make them come true? There's a button below. Hit that button right now to get that $300 or more. And to get that $100,000 in 31 days. You will never get an offer even as close to as good as this. So just forget about looking anywhere else. This is the offer that actually does what it says it will do. This is the only offer that matters. So hit that button and fill out the form on the next page. It's completely secure as your bank's website. So if you're hesitating about this, honestly, why? Well, ask yourself this. Why are you here? You're here because you know something's wrong. You know that what you've been doing up until now isn't working, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It seems like you're on a merry-go-round, getting whipped around, trying to grab the shiny ring, but it's always out of reach. It seems like something's wrong. And you're right. Something is wrong. You have gurus who aren't really gurus. They have nothing to do with teaching. They want nothing to do with helping you at all. Their job? To sell, 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 and deliver crap, crap, crap. It's funny. I recently went to a guru site to try to get off his mailing list, and I got hit with 5 offers. Yes, 5 offers to buy other products before I could ever get off that page. I could barely figure out how to get off his list. I almost gave up. Hitting me for more money when I'm trying to leave? Is that someone who cares about you? Is that someone with integrity? Or is that someone who is just eyeing your wallet? Hell, if you'd meet any of these guys on the street, you'd scoot over to the other side of the road pronto. They're slimy and they're arrogant. And I have nothing to do with them, thank God. I have my technology and that's all I need. I don't need for them to help promote me. People are beating down my doorstep to get what I have because I have a product that's actually real. Real. See, they don't know that word. Fake actors, fake proof, fake everything. Fake it till you make it is what they're thinking, I guess. But how many people get hurt in the process? I'm sick of it. And I know you're sick of it too. It's the reason you're broke right now. I worked too hard to let them make everybody think making money online is impossible. That it's a sham. It's not a sham. I'm worth $52 million thanks to the internet. And yes, it all comes back to one button. And you're going to get only one chance to get access to that one button. So think long and hard before you decide to leave this page. Instead, cash in on my very generous guarantee of $300 today or $1,000 to you out of my own pocket. Just think. You could literally be missing out on millions of dollars over your lifetime if you leave here. $100,000 per month. What could that do for you? Real money. Digitally delivered right into your bank account. I know you want that. The only real question is, how bad do you want it? A wise man was once asked by someone how to be successful. The wise man told him to walk out into the sea more and more until you can't breathe. You'll gasp for air like a madman. You'll feel like you're dying. And then he told him, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe when you're underwater drowning, you'll be successful. Do you want it that bad? I'm not asking you to drown yourself. I'm asking you to push one button and pay nothing to do it. If you don't want it enough to push one button, I can say for sure you will never be successful. If you're still here at this point and you haven't hit the button below, there's only one enemy, and that's yourself. There's an old African proverb which says, if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy outside that can do us harm. That's the only thing stopping you right now, the enemy within. No sane person would be here otherwise, because you will make $300 and then $100,000 on the next page. This page keeps you broke, the next page makes you rich. So really, get off this page. Start making money. Hit the button below. I know it seems like it should take more work than just one push of a button. To make all this, listen, I get it. But the real truth is, you don't have to do it yourself to get what you want. None of the rich in this country make money themselves. It's all done by others. Be like them. Leave it to automation. And if you're thinking of pushing this off to another day, know this. It won't be here tomorrow. It might not even be here later today. In fact, the button could be deactivated already because we hit our limit. The point is, maybe you feel this is not the perfect time for you right now. Well, there never will be a time in your life when it's the perfect time to do a great thing. So if you're just waiting for it, you're going to be waiting until you're 6 feet under. You have to have the vision to see that you can create it right now. Even though it's not perfect, it will be greatness. I know where you sit because I see it with all my clients. In some screwed up way, you're comfortable. You're satisfied with where you are. And that seems okay to you. I've got news for you. It's not. It's suicide. Not regular suicide, but suicide of your life. Suicide of your dreams. Of everything you ever wanted. Don't let it go anymore. It's too important. Hit the button below and start getting rich because, as any psychologist will tell you, your choice of what you do for a living is maybe the most important decision of your life. Most of your time is spent with your work. That is your life for the most part. How are you living that life right now? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it what you've always wanted? What you always dreamed of? If you're here right now, you're choosing the job you have right now. again, and you're turning your back on $100,000 per month. Choose now. Choose a different path. Choose to hit the button below, and then instantly you will know you've made the right decision. Do it now. Listen, if I was a pitcher, what I'm doing right now is throwing you a lob, nice and slow, big and fat, right over the center of the plate. You can just hit it out of the park. It's so easy. Just hit the button below, then hit the button inside and make $100K per month guaranteed. Don't let me down, because when I give you my time, I'm giving to you a portion of my life I can never get back. Please don't make me regret it. I've already spent a lot of time trying to help you, and I'm offering you everything on a silver platter at the push of a button. Take it. I get it. Things look bleak right now, and this doesn't seem possible. Don't you think I've been through the same thing? I had an injury that nearly destroyed my life, and I know you've had your own injury too. Maybe it was losing your job. Maybe you had a health problem. Maybe you've had to deal with the death of a close family member or the painful end to a relationship. Everybody has something. See, we're all really the same person, going through different bumps in the road, and fate brought us together. I'm meant to help you. That's why you're here. Click the button below and let me help you. Do it now. I'll see you on the other side with your money.